not live. I'm before starting. So, going live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Resident Evil Village once again. So, today Resident Evil Village got the FidelityFX Super Resolution option in a patch, and they also fixed some of the stutter, which I found pretty interesting, so I wanted to give it a shot as a continuing thing, because we said that there was a lot of stutter, and there was, so yeah. Guys, do you hear me correctly, or I'm like echoey? Please let me know, because I've been pulling my hair out, trying different things with the microphone. Was pretty odd. Let me know. I'll be interested to know. Yo, it's your regular watcher. Hi, how's it going, guys? Hey, ¿cómo andan? Sí, arriba Resident Evil, sabelo. And you're here. You're live. Hell yeah. How do you install FidelityFX? You don't. You just launch a game that has FidelityFX compatibility and you're good to go. Hang on, GTA 5. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. So let's launch the game. It's updated to the latest version, as you can remember. Todo se escucha perfecto, coming in clear. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. I'm trying a new set of headphones, Sony noise cancelling headphones. And I was afraid I was going to get some issues with the microphone, but apparently not. Apparently everything's fine. So yeah, beautiful. Thank you guys. Love you all. Okay, so we jump into the game, and we're going to go for we're going to try aiming for 60 frames. Remember that this game usually is very VRAM intensive, so that's usually not so good, because you get huge performance drops. A bit of echo, gotcha. Yeah, because I'm monitoring my headphones as well, so okay, that should give us less echo. We'll see. Wish me luck. And as you can see now, there is a new option, FidelityFX Super Resolution 1.0. There is Ultra Quality, Quality, Balanced, and Performance. Okay, how long is the delay? It's like 30 seconds. It's pretty noticeable. So let's see this in the menu itself. So without FidelityFX, we get 113 FPS. On Ultra Quality, 144. That's a big jump. Quality, 169. Balance, 187. And Performance, 205. So on the menu is looking pretty good at the moment. We'll see. There's also FidelityFX Contrast Adaptive Sharpening, that this is not the same as Super Resolution, this is just a sharpening filter, so we're going to keep textures at, let's keep them at 0.25. Mesh Quality Maximum, because we don't have a problem with that. Ambient Occlusion, let's keep it on SSAO for this one. Volumetrics on low to get the best performance. Subsurface Scattering on is not a big difference. Shadows, we're going to keep them on medium, just to save on some video memory. Contact shadows, shadow cache, bloom, all that is enabled. So yeah, this is basically medium-ish settings, let's call it like that. So mid-ish settings, and FidelityFX Super Resolution is disabled. Sounds like cinema large room. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, the thing is, I have the microphone on fitting onto my headset as well, so if any sound leaks out, I'm kind of screwed. So let's go directly to the castle. So what we're going to do with that is first check the frame rates on the castle, and then we're going to also see if the flies have any issues with us, the bugs that we had before. And by bugs, I mean the stutters. Let's check out the stutters first. I think it was this way. No, it's not this one. Sorry, guys. Okay. Merchant's room. There we are. That was what I was looking for. So guys, for the people that are not in the loop, Resident Evil Village got an update to add FidelityFX Super Resolution, which is like AMD's DLSS. So it lowers the resolution, but it smartly upscales. Now it's disabled, and we're on medium settings. But what I'm going to test, they also fixed the stuttering according to the patch notes. Capcom also fixed the stutter in the Steam version, so let's find out. Remember when we were close to one of the daughters or killed an enemy with a headshot, anything like that, we got a big stutter. Let's see if that's sorted out, since they said they would fix it. So we're going to try that out first. Se te está actualizando el GTA, ¿no será por eso de la Fidelity? No creo, bastante complicado, pero se verá. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if the stutter is gone. Yeah, Mark, exactly. So we skip this and we go directly into the fight. Let's see, once she attacks us. Okay, stutter is gone. Yeah, as you can see, it's now flat. So Capcom actually fixed the problem. Hey, my question now is, why wasn't this like this on day one? Capcom, what the hell? What the hell, Capcom? Okay, I'm super glad they fixed it. They didn't remove the DRM, but they fixed it, as you can see here. So I'm super happy that I can finally play the game. Okay, a very small stutter there, but I mean, in comparison to how it was in the past, this is night and day. I mean, yeah. Look at that improvement. I mean, I wish more games are broken from day one, so I can double dip on making videos. I mean, this is like my third video on Resident Evil Village with patches, so please developers, release more broken games so I can test them and then test the working version. But as you can see, yeah, it's significantly better. So yeah, thank you Capcom for finally fixing that up. Anyway, so it now works, wonderful. Let's now go for the village. Since the village has more of how do I say this? Since the village has more black and white, more contrast, it's a better place to check the FidelityFX by pixel peeping. So we're going very close to the hang on, very close to the source. Hang on, let's try a headshot on this guy and see if it stutters. Hang on, before that, grab me please, Mr. Lycan, please grab me. Let's check the stutter, sir. Thank you. Yeah, no stutter, good. Glad to know that's fixed. Let's see the headshot. Yep, headshots are also without stutter, so great news, guys. Capcom fixed the stutter. It took Digital Foundry, Modern Vintage Gamer, all those big tech channels to talk about it, but we finally got that fixed. So thanks, guys, for spreading the word. So now let's check out FidelityFX Super Resolution. I think it was this way. What is my mission? The red chimney. Okay, I'm not going for that at the moment. We're going to stay standing right here and we're going to zoom in. So as you can see now, FidelityFX Super Resolution is off. Let's put it on ultra quality. So we got all the way down here and we put it on ultra quality. So we got 77 FPS and now we got, holy hell, 93 FPS. That's a huge improvement. What the hell? Hang on, guys. Let me double check if this is actually ultra quality mode. So this is supposed to be ultra quality, although I don't know, it would be too good to be true. Let's see. So 94 FPS. And once I disable it, what happens? 94 FPS versus 67, 72, what the hell? 20 FPS more, 25 FPS more. It's like a console in between. What the hell? I cannot believe that. So 72 FPS on native resolution, and when I enable FidelityFX Super Resolution on ultra quality, which is the best looking one, it should be, we get 93 FPS, like 20 frames more. That's a huge increase. Huh. That's super interesting, guys. So let's zoom in. Let's now do some pixel peeping, which what I mean by that is I'm going to zoom in and see the tiny details to see if we can notice a difference. So we're going to check out, yeah, the gun against the tree. So I'm going to zoom in right in the middle of the screen so you guys can see. Remember that this is a 1080p image and I'm zooming in a lot. Okay, that should be good enough. So let's see. So I'm doing a stress test. This means that I'm using a lot of contrast. So this is a very dark object with a bright background. That means that this is the worst case scenario when it comes to quality. So keep that in mind. Let's put it on disabled. So now there is no FidelityFX working. So this is no FidelityFX. So this is FSR off. But the performance difference is huge. And as you can see, when I move around, the tree is flickering a little bit. This is native resolution. Look at the barrel of the gun, all that. As you can see, when I get very close to the tree there is some shimmering. I'm not sure if you guys can notice it. I'll zoom in more. But yeah, I'm zooming in a 1080p image. This is pretty huge. So yeah, you can see the pixels there, pretty clear, but this is native resolution. Let's go now to FidelityFX on ultra quality. So we're going for that, ultra quality. And let's check out that tree once more. And as you can see, it flickers a little bit more. And there's more of, what's the name of this? More blurriness, as you can see. But I mean, the performance, I'm zooming in a huge image. So, I mean, guys, I think this is good. Although, those trees into the distance, I think they lost a lot of detail. Let's disable FSR. And I'll check it out once more. But I mean, so far the performance difference is huge. So yeah, as you can see, instead of being like a lot of shimmering and a lot of movement there, is more on native resolution. You can kind of see the pixels there. Yeah, you can clearly see those. But once I enable the FidelityFX super resolution, I'm probably going to get some extra noise on the screen. Yeah, as you can see there. But I mean, it's a 20 frames per second difference. That's not minor, guys. That's huge. This is ultra quality, by the way. Sorry. Ultra quality. So, guys, consider that the worst case scenario for quality. I mean, I'm looking at something that is very dark against something that is very bright. And I'm zooming in a lot in a 1080p image. I mean, I'm going to show you that super quickly. Let's go back on how it was. Okay, and this is the actual image. I mean, I was looking at that very tiny thing into the distance. So, I don't know. For the performance difference, I think that's amazing. I mean, yeah, you lose some image quality, some image clarity. But I mean, we get 20 frames more. That's not minor, guys. I can crank up the settings now due to the extra performance. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to increase the settings. So we're going to keep the textures on medium because, you know, video memory. But let's use CAO for ambient occlusion, volumetrics on high, shadows. I'm not going to put them on max due to the video memory, but let's put it on high. So this is basically high settings, I'll call it, with FSR. And we're going to see the performance if it sticks to that high threshold at 60 frames. So this is high settings. So high settings with FidelityFX on ultra quality. And as you can see, we get like 80 frames, which is great, I would say, on an RX 570. And now let's disable the FidelityFX super resolution thing. So we turned it off now. We got 82 frames. Let's see now how many. And now without FidelityFX we get 63, which is fine, don't get me wrong, but in more demanding parts we're going to drop below 60. So yeah guys, it's an amazing performance increase, without a doubt. But yeah, you lose some image quality. Anyway, we're going to do the 1050 Ti after this one, guys, don't worry, we're getting there. But as you can see, I mean, the performance difference is huge. Let's now try zooming in again. We're going to try the other modes. Although probably the other modes are not worth it, but hey. Ultra quality. Yeah, I think the Nvidia cards will have a huge increase as well. We'll see. I mean, it doesn't matter if your GPU's Nvidia or AMD, this technology works anyways. So we're going to again zoom in into something very far away. So you see this tiny square, we're going to zoom in. So this, again, a 1080p image. We're not even touching 4K or 1440p at the moment. So as you can see, those trees are kind of flickering with FidelityFX on ultra quality. But again, I'm very zoomed in. And if I disable FidelityFX completely, as you can see, it's like a little bit less blurry and inconsistent. It's more of a stable thing. So yeah, instead of being like some blurriness and some extra noticeable shimmering, it's a little bit more stable. Let's call it that. So this is without FSR. So yeah, native resolution does look better, obviously. But I mean, the performance difference is huge, so I don't mind. So now we're going to try, instead of ultra quality, we're going for quality, which is one step below. And as you can probably notice, it's more noisy. So this is quality. It's more of a noisy image. Now you can see that the tree has like an aura around it. That's the sharpening. So you can see there here as well. You can kind of see the sharpening around the edges. This is quality, so it's one step below. And we got a huge performance increase. I mean, 107 frames. We jumped like 30 frames above. So ultra quality was like 90 frames and quality was over 100. Let's now go for balanced. So we go back. This is now balanced. There you go. And we jump from 100 FPS to 115. And as you can see now, we are losing a lot of detail, especially in those branches over there. And there's more shimmering. I mean, we're on 1080p, so that kind of makes sense. There's not a lot of pixels to interpolate from. So yeah, pretty interesting. As you can see, yeah, balance doesn't look that great. But if you're on a low-end GPU, I mean, this might make the GT 1030 and the 750 Ti playable on the game. Let's put it now on performance. So we were at 115 frames, and now on performance mode we are at 100. Well, yeah, on performance mode we're starting to get CPU bound. So performance. As you can see in performance mode, yeah, I mean, we lose all the detail there. It's still a good image, don't get me wrong, but yeah, you can notice the difference. I mean, look at Ethan's gun. Yeah, I can notice that. So yeah, we lose a lot of detail. It looks super soft, but I mean, again, if you have a super low-end GPU, that would be amazing. So transform, we reset it. And as you can see now on performance mode, we're getting CPU bound, sorry. So the CPU is limiting the frame rate now, which is very interesting. So there's so much extra performance here that, yeah. I mean, again, my advice, go for ultra quality. You get like a 20 frames per second boost. The game still looks incredibly good, in my opinion. As you can see, those trees, again, let's check out those trees again. Yeah, there's some extra flicker there on the trees. But I mean, the image is pretty stable. in that regard. And thank you so much to Abhishek Mukherjee, sorry if I messed up your name, for the 100 Indian rupees donation. Thank you so much, man. That 1.0 in the name scares me more than Lady D. That 1.0, yeah, same, but I mean, considering it's 1.0, that's a good thing actually, because it's looking pretty good considering the performance increase. Yeah, we lose quality, don't get me wrong, but the performance increase is there. It's pretty noticeable. The performance increase, I mean. So yeah, let's try, again man, thank you for the donation. Let's now try 1440p since you guys want to. Let's do 1440. A lot of pixels. Whoa, I effed up, I think. Hang on. I think I need to exit the game in order to do it. Yeah, my desktop resolution is too low. Hang on guys, going to restart the game. In the meantime, transform, reset transform. I forgot to change the desktop resolution, so I'm stuck at 1080p. Give me 1 second, I'm going to fix that. Display settings. We put 4K as desktop resolution. This is only for the game to recognize that I have a bigger screen. Apologies. Only a little shimmer, but still looks close to native. Yeah, it looks pretty close to native on ultra quality. And yeah, there's less quality, don't get me wrong. You can see that there's less quality going on. But I mean, a 20 frames per second boost is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it's the difference between 50 and 70 frames. It's insane. Especially on a demanding game like this. For lower-end GPUs, this is a huge win. I don't know why the game loves starting in windowed mode. Funciona de maravillas, Máximo. De maravillas, estoy sorprendido. Guys, I'm super surprised on the performance we're getting. The increase in performance is absolutely insane. Great job AMD and Capcom on that one. Okay, yeah, we keep this resolution, thank you. So now we're at 1440p, we're going to keep it on high. So 1440p, high settings, and the FSR will be disabled first, and then we do the other presets. So let's go back to the village. Is there any stutter-like issue before? No. Also, guys, other thing that Capcom fixed, there's no more stutter when an enemy attacks you or when one of the daughters grabs you. So they fixed that as well. Thank you guys for spreading the word on that issue. Let me show you that right now. This is FSR off. So as I was saying, let me show you that now that's fixed. So I'll let the enemy grab me. Come on, grab me, enemy. Please. And boom, the stutter, not there. Let's blow his head off. And as you can see, when the head blows up, nothing happens. So wonderful. Okay. So let's go back to our tiny spot here. So now there's a lot more pixels. We're at 1440p. And let's again zoom in. Let's pixel peep a little bit. A little bit. I sound a little bit Russian there. So as you can see, the 1440p image, it's a lot more pixels. I mean, look at that. Those trees are not flickering as much, as you can probably notice. So yeah, it does look better. It's a higher resolution, but as you can see, we're at 44 FPS. I mean, 1080p 60 frames in that case. So let's see if FidelityFX Super Resolution helps us in ultra quality. So 45 FPS, now on ultra quality we get 62, so we jump from 45 to 62 at 1440p. So guys, to me it's a huge increase. I don't know about you, but yeah. This is ultra quality, by the way. So this is the best looking FSR, but as you can see, yeah, just like on 1080p, there is some extra shimmering that is noticeable. It's not as soft, but again, I'm looking at something super dark with a bright background. That's a stress test. So yeah, we're seeing how it works. It works wonderfully well. I mean, it's a 15 FPS boost. So yeah, no reason not to enable it. Looks good enough. A little bit more blurry, but yeah, looks good. Looks pretty good. Just keep it on ultra quality and you're good to go. Let's try quality now. We were at 62 frames on ultra quality. Now on quality we get how much? 74. Okay. 74 FPS. But as you can see here on quality, over ultra quality, we're losing some of that detail in the edges of the branches. But I mean, we got an extra 15 FPS. Like, guys, either on quality or ultra quality, this looks good. I mean, it looks fine. Let's leave it at that. It looks fine. If you want to be over 60 at 1440p on the 570, you can now do so with quality mode and ultra quality. So yeah, I would say ultra quality is the best way to go on this one and ignore the other ones. Yeah, quality will already lose a lot of the fine detail. So yeah, the improvement is there. I mean, there's no way around it. It looks so good, holy hell. Okay, balance now. And as you can see on balance mode, yeah, we lose a lot of detail. But again, we jump from 75 to 87. No, this is not a pre-recorded stream, guys. I'm live. The thing is that there's a lot of latency for the subtitle to work, and I'm doing a 4K live stream, so you can see the quality as good as I'm looking at it. So yeah, as you can see, balanced. Yeah, we lose a lot of detail in comparison to quality and ultra quality, but if you want the extra performance boost, it's there. I mean, look at those trees in the distance. Yeah, that's like a stain. So yeah, balance. Yeah, I would just stick to quality or ultra quality, without a doubt. Let's try performance, just for the fun. Yeah, performance is like I have Vaseline on the screen now, on performance mode. Yeah, the screen is covered in Vaseline. And yeah, those trees flicker even more. But again, guys, we're doing a stress test here with the image quality. We're doing a bright background with a dark object in the front. That's the worst you can do to an upscaling technique. So again, worst case scenario quality-wise, because I'm doing that, a bright background with a dark foreground. Okay. Yeah, but without a doubt, you do either ultra quality or quality, in my opinion at least. So we're now on ultra quality once more, and as you can see, it's more of a stable image, way more stable. So what we're going to do now is, well, before zooming in again, I want to show you something super quick. So as you can see, those trees into the distance, yeah, they flicker a little bit, whatever. But if you see the entire image like you see it on a screen, it's a very tiny part of the image. I mean, this looks great. I mean, look at those trees there. There's no issues. It's fine. I mean, I'm trying to be realistic here. In real life, you don't have your monitor glued to your eyes. So, and it's free. I mean, you can do it on any GPU. This is great news, guys, for this technology. I'm super impressed. You get a huge performance boost, a little bit more blurriness, but the image is pretty stable so far. I'm super impressed. This is incredible, guys. I hope every game has this technology moving forward. Okay, guys, I'm now doing 4K, because 4K, you know, it's a pretty demanding resolution, so let's do it. Before doing that though, I'm going to lower that texture quality. So let's lower those textures to, let's put it on the lowest. So we're going to use medium settings at 4K. So mid settings at 4K we're doing, and we're going to try all the presets. 4K is usually where FSR and the upscaling techniques shine. There's a lot of pixels to draw from, so I'm lowering those textures because video memory, we only have 4 gigs and I don't want to kill the GPU. So yeah, so far I'm super impressed, guys. I cannot believe what I'm seeing, really. DLSS or FSR, DLSS looks better in my opinion, but I mean, DLSS requires compatible hardware. FSR works on anything, so there's no competition there. I mean, you need an RTX card for DLSS. For FSR, you don't need any specific hardware. Okay guys, so now we're at 4K, medium settings without FSR. And as you can see, there's a lot of pixels. I mean, let me zoom in to show you. There's quite a bit of pixels. I mean, look at how sharp the FPS counter is. And we're going to zoom in into those trees again. Mom, it's those trees again. Yes, darling, yes, those trees. And as you can see at 4K, we have a lot of pixels. That's why this looks so much sharper. I mean, we have 4 times 1080p here. But as you can see, those trees, yeah, they look so much better at a higher resolution. But man, we're at how many FPS? 24 FPS. Oh no, 24 FPS, unplayable, too cinematic. Okay, yeah, we're doing FSR now. Let's see if we can keep those pixels. So let's see, FSR on ultra quality. And we get, okay, 29 FPS. That's a pretty good boost. 30 frames, 29, 30. Very interesting. So we jump from 25 to 29. That's a good increase. And as you can see, the quality is maintained pretty good. Those trees still look like trees. But this happens because there's a lot of pixels to draw from. That's why it works so well on ultra quality. But again, this is still not 30 frames. But ultra quality looks incredible. Yeah, it looks almost like native resolution. And at 4K, it kind of makes sense. We got quite a few pixels here. Let's do quality now. Quality. Okay, so quality mode. All right. Quality mode gives us 42 frames at 4K. Although it does look worse, yeah, it's noticeably worse. You can notice that in those trees. But I mean, now 4K is playable, guys. Now we can play at over 30 frames at 4K. On a 570 and 4 GB of VRAM. Before doing that though, let me show you something else. Oh man. On the VRAM counter, we're at 3.5 gigabytes, so this saves us a lot of video memory. We will be over 4 gigabytes if we are at native resolution, so this is a good thing as well. This game is super VRAM intensive. So as you can see here, it's using 3.5, but if I disable FSR, we're going to get an increase, a huge increase in video memory usage. Let me show you that. With FSR off, we get 3.2, we're getting less, so oh no. But the RAM usage is also higher, so as it loads new textures, it's going to be over 3.5. So yeah, I was a little quick to judge that one. But it's going to be higher as time goes on. But I mean, look at that frame rate difference. 19 FPS, and if I put it on quality, we get like 40 frames. It's insane. Okay, it's trying to recover there. Give it a few seconds. Come on. Yeah, I think we went over the VRAM limit, so the game is now locked to 28. This happens on 2 GB GPUs. So yeah, I should restart the game now. Yep, definitely. Guys, I'm going to restart the game. Usually when you swap graphics options very quickly, sometimes the VRAM gets maxed out and we need to restart the game. That usually happened on 2 GB GPUs. So yeah, did they fix the stutter during combat? Yeah, they did. They finally fixed that. Yeah, I'm going to show you that again. But let's stay on medium settings with FSR quality and play a little bit of the game to see if the VRAM stays like that. But I mean, guys, when we tried 4K, it was like 25 FPS. Then we used Ultra Performance, it was 29. And then we put quality mode and it was like 40 frames. It was insane, an insane difference. So we're now loading the save file. 1 second, guys. Let's see if restarting the game helped us with the VRAM issue. Hopefully this makes the 2GB GPUs work. That would be cool if they fix that. Yeah, we're trying performance mode after this one. Patience, my darlings. Alright, let's headshot this guy. Die. And as you can see, no stutter. So wonderful. And as you can see here, I'm getting like 60 frames. That's for now. Let's see. And as you can see here, I had 27 frames before. Now I'm at 44. But look at that VRAM usage. It's still at 4 GB, but the system RAM didn't increase to 10 GB like before. So yeah, it's using less video memory, but I wouldn't recommend 4K on a budget GPU with 4 GB of VRAM because of this. Eventually you're going to max out that VRAM as you play more and more, and the game will soft lock at 25 FPS, so you have to restart the game every once in a while. So yeah, it works pretty well. So yeah, let's now pixel peep a little bit more. As I promised, let's do 4K on performance mode, since you guys wanted to see it. We're going to do it. So we cut this part up and we zoom in. So again guys, quality mode. If you watched the previous part, without quality mode at native 4K, it looks super sharp. Let me show you once more the 4K native resolution. And as you can see there, yeah, the image is way more stable. Looks amazingly sharp. So that's native resolution. Now I'm going to very quickly swap between them. Ultra quality. So ultra quality, as you can see, still looks great. If you see it in motion, still looks great, no issues whatsoever. So yeah, no problems with ultra quality. Looks a little bit less sharp, but I mean the performance improvement is pretty significant. Now we go once again to quality. And yeah, there you notice much more on the trees, so there's like more of a flickery image, but it still looks great on my monitor. So if you have a 4K screen and you're not playing with it, with the screen pasted to your eyes, stuck in your eyes, you should be okay. Should still be usable. Now we're doing, yeah, I'm doing the 1050 Ti after this one. Patience guys, we're going for balanced. And on balance we jump from 35 to 52, that's an insane boost. So this is balanced. But again, we lose a lot of quality. Yeah, balance is when you really start to notice that pixelation. Also, one thing I notice on my screen, when Ethan moves his arms, you can see some ghosting. Maybe you cannot see it. Hang on. There we go. When he moves his arms, yeah, there's like some ghosting going on. Look at the edge of that shotgun. You can see some ghosting. So yeah, balance mode definitely has noticeable aliasing, even at 4K. It zooms so you can see the difference more clearly on a video, because YouTube compression, you know how it goes. And on performance mode, this is now performance mode. Yeah, there's a lot of ghosting there. Yeah, especially when he moves something in front of the camera. I mean, for 4K, it's okay. Not great. I mean, that tree looks like a 3D model. Doesn't look like a tree at all. So yeah, don't use performance mode. Stay on ultra quality or quality. It's pretty noticeable. So yeah, let's now go back to quality mode. Since for 4K I would use quality mode, yeah. I mean, look at it now. It's a lot better. Still looks pretty blocky, that tree. Maybe that's a draw distance thing. But I mean, it now has some finer detail there. This tree over here. This is not performance, this is quality. And once more, we're going to try ultra quality. Just for the fun. And yeah, as you can see there, yeah, I can see the smaller branches, but that's about it. So yeah, looks amazing. Good job Capcom and AMD with that. They did a great job, at least in my opinion. Even on moving images, it holds up. So guys, let's go back to 1080p, and we're swapping GPUs. Yeah, it's locked. If you're using FidelityFX Super Resolution, you won't have an anti-aliasing option. So I compared this using TAA, Temporal Anti-Aliasing, since without it the game looks pretty blocky, pretty shimmery. So we're now back on 1080p. And as you can see, when I enable FidelityFX, there's no image quality slider, there's no rendering mode change, there is no anti-aliasing option. So yeah, if you're using FidelityFX Super Resolution, you won't have any options for anti-aliasing because that rendering method is doing all the work. So yeah, but the performance difference, guys, is insane. And I'm not using sharpening. So when I compared those images, I was not using the contrast adaptive sharpening on the native resolution. So you can even get even more quality with using this on native resolution. Personally, I think that ultra quality looks the best so far. Native resolution looks better, but yeah, so far, ultra quality, I think it's a good thing that you can use to get a big performance boost. I'm going to keep the game on medium for the 1050 Ti. Yeah, this is basically medium with low textures because, 4 gigs of VRAM, not great. So yeah, let's get out of the game and we're going to swap GPUs. But so far, great job again. AMD did and Capcom did a great implementation on this. And I don't know why my camera is so effed up. Image quality in my camera. There we go. That should be better. So yeah, anyway, we get out of the game now. And they also fixed the stutter. Capcom fixed the stutter. Can you believe that? After all the online backlash, Capcom did fix the stutter with the DRM, but they didn't remove the DRM, so less points for that. So 1050 Ti is now coming up. Hi guys, drinking some mate here. It's now time to swap the graphics card. 1 second, I'm removing it. 570. You can now play at high settings, 60 frames with ultra quality. Great stuff. 1050 Ti. Let's see how it goes. This is one of the cards that needs FSR. And by needing, I mean considering the performance excuse me, considering the performance we were getting on the 1050 Ti, this is one of those cards that is going to benefit the most. So yeah. Yeah, FSR on Warzone will be amazing, at least in my opinion. I mean, imagine the performance boost on Call of Duty. Yeah, those extra FPS, those thick FPS. Chimarrao. Sí, acá es mate, pero en Brasil es chimarrao, sí. Yeah, guys, this is like drinking tea. It's a national drink here in South America. South America is not a country, by the way. But yeah. Anyway, so we're back into the PC now. But we're using the 1050 Ti, as you can probably notice here. Oh, it's very tiny. Hang on. 1050 Ti. I'm not using the latest and greatest drivers, but still, the drivers were not for optimization on Resident Evil Village. The latest drivers are for DLSS on I don't know what game, on Red Dead 2. So yeah, I shouldn't change anything in this case. So let's launch the game once more. Still holding the same EVGA 1050 Ti. Would like to have FSR on Modern Warfare 2019. Same. Mister. So 1080p medium settings and FSR is currently disabled. And let's see how it goes. I have to put it on full screen, first of all. I'm getting there. There we go. Tu cortinas de oro, eres rico. Claro que sí. Tengo placas de video, soy rico. Okay, guys, let's do 1080. Won't take long. Come on. I want 1080p, please. I hate when games make you cycle between all your resolutions. Just put a drop-down menu or something. What the hell? My capture card hates that. 1080p, there we go. Okay, so 1080p. FidelityFX at the moment is disabled, and we're using TAA. 0.25 GB textures because of VRAM, and SSAO, screen space reflections, volumetrics on medium, medium shadows, contact shadows on. As you can see, basically medium settings with some extra bells and whistles. Let's get back into the game now. To the village, and then we do the castle. And guys, we're not doing visual comparisons now. I already did those on the 570. The quality is the same of the upscaler. So if you want to see how it looks on ultra quality, ultra performance, all that good stuff, rewind the video. I did a lot of comparisons on 1080p, 1440p and 4K. So yeah, keep that in mind. I'm done testing the comparison of visuals. I'm seeing some stutter here, but I think this is VRAM limited. That's probably why I get stutters, because the stutter didn't happen when I shot the enemy. So okay, we're on medium settings, 1080p, and as you can see, the VRAM usage is still climbing. We're at 3.8 gigabytes and still going up. So let's use the FSR on ultra quality. As you can see, ultra quality. So we jump from the 30s to the 50s. Holy hell, that's a huge boost. I'm so excited. What the hell? 51 FPS now. Let me retry, just in case I'm missing something. So without FSR, I get 40 frames. Gotcha, 40 frames. And on ultra quality, which is the best looking one from the FidelityFX, we get 51, a 10 frames boost, 11 or 12 frames more. That's absolutely insane. I might be able to hit 60s now if I tweak the settings further. That's pretty good. Todo bien, Máximo, ¿y vos? Acá andamos, testeando. That's an insane difference, guys. Performance-wise, I mean. Let's see if I go lower, what happens. Don't you think some games look even better with FSR on quality, ultra quality setting? I think it has something to do with anti-aliasing or something. Yeah, I mean, it has sharpening and it's upscaling, so it's blurring the image a little bit. So yeah, in some games it can happen. Some games are blurry by nature, so okay, this is now quality mode. And as you can see, we got a huge boost as well. Pretty linear boost. We jumped from, on native resolution, we were at 40 frames. On ultra quality, 51 frames, and on quality, we get upper 50s. So yeah, the difference in performance is pretty noticeable. I mean, that's the difference between 40 and upper 50s. This is not quality. This is just quality. So yeah, I mean, look at that increase. Again, guys, if you want to see quality comparisons, rewind the live stream. I already did those. So far on 1080p, I would stay on ultra quality. At 1440p, quality still looks good. And at 4K, anything below quality looks bad, at least in my opinion. So let's do balanced. So balance. And as you can see with balance, we're over 60 now, at least in this location. And you would say, hey, but quality looks a lot worse. Yeah, it does. It does look a lot worse in balanced over quality. But I mean, you don't need to go to the menu and lower the settings and resolution. This thing does it for you. I mean, this still looks better than 720p. Let's be honest here. Despite being worse than quality on balanced, still looks better than 720p and 900p, at least to my eyes. So yeah, I'll probably, yeah, for budget GPUs, this is amazing. Although I'm losing some quality there on the fence. Yeah, the fence loses a lot of detail on balanced when I'm pretty far away. So yeah, okay, let's try performance, which is the one that nobody should use, at least in my opinion. So yeah, let's put it on performance. And on performance, yeah, we're over 70. But now it looks like a painting. It looks, yeah, super soft, extra soft. And yeah, the fence is pretty much non-existent at this distance. Quality, I just tested the new yeah, the new option. True. But I mean, yeah, it does look terrible on performance, let's be honest. Yeah, it looks dreadful on performance, but let's check how it balanced looks any better. Let's see how's the frame rate, if I can maintain 60. So we're going to do, let's do quality, since it's the one I would use, and let's see if it stays over 50. So this is 1080p on quality mode. And as you can see, we get over 50 here. So pretty good. Again, native resolution, it's 40 frames. So, and ultra quality is like low 50s. So as you can see now, we are in the village. The village is usually pretty demanding when there are a lot of enemies. So we're going to go into a save file that has more enemies. And then we're going against Dimitrescu daughters. And let's see, find a way to open the castle gate. I already did that. Get Rose. Oh, spoilers. Sorry, guys. Yeah, let's try the factory, maybe, or the gatehouse. The gatehouse. Yeah, it should have a little bit more combat. What's the scaling in performance mode? Like 50% resolution? I think it's even lower than that. Maybe it is. I gotta check that out. Okay, so now we are in another area that I don't know where to go. Haven't played in a while. Okay, yeah, this should be more demanding. I'm noticing there in the distance that tree is flickering quite a bit. And somebody's waiting for me at that door. So let's zoom in now. I'm wondering something. Hang on, guys. So as you can see here in the distance, there's some artifacts. This is quality mode, by the way. So as you can see there, yeah, that tree is flickering like crazy. It's pretty far away, let's be honest. And with the reflections, yeah, something is odd with the reflections. Maybe it's a screen space reflection issue. Let's try ultra quality. Let's see if that still happens. So ultra quality mode. Okay, it flickers, but a little bit less noticeable. So this is ultra quality. And it does look better, that tree in the distance. It's not as distracting. And without FSR, let's see what happens. And as you can see on FSR, looks a little bit softer. It's not that noticeable. It's not like a very prominent thing. But even on native resolution, as you can see, this happens. There's that artifact, and there were extra artifacts on the screen space reflection that are now gone. So yeah, there's some drawbacks, but I mean the performance difference is so big that I don't mind those small things. Let me put some sharpening from the contrast adaptive sharpening. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, and as you can see with the contrast adaptive sharpening, it looks a little bit too sharp. So yeah, don't use contrast adaptive sharpening, at least not in the native resolution. So yeah, let's disable that, and let's enable once more the FidelityFX Super Resolution on quality mode. And I mean, look at that performance difference. We were into the upper 30s, and now we're in the low 50s, in the upper 50s, sorry. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's more noticeable, but I mean, the performance difference is so huge that it's fine. I mean, at least for me, in this case. I don't know, we're on a 1050 Ti, guys. And this is a 1080p image. Again, personally, I would use ultra quality. Okay, 50 frames here, but imagine if 50 frames is with FSR, imagine without FSR, it's like 30. So it's free performance. But yeah, when we were using contrast adaptive sharpening on native resolution, as you could see from the zooming in I did, there was a lot of sharpen. It was over sharpened, at least in my opinion. But on FidelityFX Super Resolution, it's okay. We don't have any big issues there. What now? Although, yeah, it breaks a little bit of the reflections there, which is pretty unfortunate. So yeah, pretty impressed. Yeah. Let's go to the castle now. As you can see, this doesn't mean 60 frames all the time, but let's try out the castle. In the castle is usually pretty bad when you're fighting one of the daughters, like before, although now there is no stutter, so thank God they finally fixed that. ¿Crees que la 1030 de un rendimiento decente ahora? No sé, lo vamos a probar, guys. On the 750 Ti and the 1052 gigs, I got a lot of issues due to the low VRAM. So I'm going to try, do you want me to try FidelityFX on the 2GB cards? I can do it right now after the 1650 Super. What do you guys think? Guys, if it's possible, please chat in English. Yeah, same. If possible. If it's not possible, that's fine. I understand. So time to visit one of those daughters. One of my stepsisters. Let's visit them. Let's visit my step family. There we go. Tiene 2 GB de VRAM, va a dar tirones. Sí, es la idea, chequear si mejora. Guys, the 2 GB of VRAM thing that I'm talking about is to see if we can, with FSR now, the game is playable or not. Okay, let's... What are you doing, step bro? Okay, over 50 when I'm getting attacked, that's wonderful. Even with all the bugs on the screen, and as you can see now, no stutter! Finally! Finally a good PC version! But we're brothers! You're my sister! Okay, mid... Yeah, she's not stuck, so I cannot do anything about it. Sorry guys. She's no longer stuck. Yeah, we dropped into the 40s a couple times there, with the bugs close to the camera. But yeah, I mean, without FSR, we dropped into the 30s, so the advantage is there. The advantage is there. Yeah, the door was stuck. I need to unstuck her with bullets. That took a dark turn. Soy de Uruguay, sí, le embocaste. Anduviste cerca. Alright. Sape John Wick. Alright, guys. So yeah, pretty great addition to the options menu here. No more big stutters when getting attacked. Although we get some stutter when running around. Pretty odd stuff. On the 570 it didn't happen. So yeah, let's talk about very quickly the FidelityFX thing. Again, if you're on 1080p, use ultra quality or quality if you don't mind some extra blurriness. The quality mode is a huge boost, so if you can do that, keep it on ultra quality. If you want more FPS, put it on quality, but you're getting some extra blur. Balanced and performance look terrible in my opinion, even at higher resolutions. At 4K performance looks like a painting, on 1080p looks worse than 720p on performance. On balance at 4K you can work around it, but yeah. I would use quality or ultra quality if you can. Let's now do the 1650 Super. We're going to crank up those settings for the 1650 Super, so do you recommend ultra quality or quality? It depends. If you can manage to keep ultra quality, go for ultra quality. But if you need the extra FPS, I don't know, you're into the 40s and you want to be into the 50s, yeah, use quality. It does look worse, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a worthy sacrifice. If it means the difference between 40 and 60, I mean, yeah, go for quality over ultra quality. I think it's a good sacrifice because the game itself already looks pretty soft, so it can be pretty, how to say it, it can be pretty subtle on quality. On ultra quality it's almost like native resolution, no doubts about it. But since the game is pretty soft in general, the image is pretty soft, FSR works pretty well on this one. ¿Cómo sería la traducción del banero en inglés? You know it! Okay. This is the original version from Steam. Cracked version doesn't have FSR until Empress releases an update for it. That's true, Saiyajin3333. Guys, for the people that are asking about the cracked version, yeah, this is FSR is implemented as a game update. So Empress needs to crack the latest version of the game in order to get FSR working. I'm now swapping GPUs, sorry guys. Hi, I'm back. Here's the 1650 Super, let's plug it in. So yeah, for the people asking, the cracked version needs to be updated if you want to have FSR. So I kind of understand why Capcom still didn't remove the DRM. Maybe only on the original game on Steam you can use FSR. So yeah, since it's not in the cracked version, maybe Capcom says, hey, maybe people will buy it if FSR is exclusive to the Steam version. I don't know. But yeah, once Empress cracks the newer version with FSR, you're going to be able to use it. Yeah. Sapent. No, it. Tiene que ser know it. Does it still stutter when killing enemies? No, they fixed that. They fixed it on this patch. They fixed the stutter with the enemies, and they added the FSR with this patch. So they did a lot of good work on this one. They finally fixed the game, but they didn't remove DRM. They fixed the stutter. FSR works really well with 1650 Super for some reason. Yeah, it does. I don't know why. The 1650 Super with FSR is incredibly well done. Let's leave it at that. So as you can see here, 1650 Super. There you are. So let's get back into the game. Resident Evil Village. Oh man, I miss that Resident Evil thing that they say when you press start. They should add that back into the game. You know what I mean, guys? When you press start, that the game said Resident Evil. I wish they put that in Village as well. Or I don't know, maybe just put Village or something like that. It sounds great. I mean, it's a trademark Resident Evil thing that we lost, and I miss it. Sos argentino, soy de Uruguay. Will you test the 2 GB of VRAM card today? Yeah, I'm going to do the 750 Ti and maybe the 1050 2 GB just to double check if it's a memory issue. So yeah. Okay, 1080p. And we're going to use high settings, as you can remember. So everything maxed out except in those shadows, because shadows use a lot of VRAM on this game. So high volumetrics, high shadows, not max, because max uses like an extra gigabyte. And the visual difference, not worth it. So yeah, let's jump in. We're going back to the village. And considering how FSR worked in the past, this is going to be interesting because the 1650 Super had a bigger boost than the 570 on Godfall. So let's see on this one. Okay, we opened that door. Whoa, those stutters. As you can see, guys, those stutters that I just happened on the screen, those are video memory stutters. I mean, look at that video memory, 3.9 gigabytes. I mean, that's not a thing with DRM this time around. That's a VRAM thing. So I need to lower those textures, I think. So yeah, that's not good. Let's go back. Let's put them on 0 gigabytes. Or maybe, no, I won't fix that. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it like this until the game stabilizes. It happened on the 1050 Ti as well. After a few minutes, it stopped stuttering, but I'm not sure why it's so strong. I mean, on the other cards, this didn't happen. I don't know why it's happening on... Maybe it's because I'm using high textures, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the GPU is not maxed out either, so what the hell? This is a 1650 Super, by the way. Yeah, I don't understand what happened there. Maybe it's loading shaders, I don't know. That's pretty odd. Also, we are CPU limited for some reason. Maybe too many FPS and my CPU is suffering? I don't know. Let's restart the game once more. Just in case, I want to make sure that there's nothing wrong. Because, I mean, on the 750 Ti, we could do high settings just fine. And we only had 4 gigs. Maybe I need to lower those shadows, I don't know. Let's try that again. Shot on the head, see if stuttered. Yeah, I'm going to try that again. Yeah, but when we are VRAM limited, the game stutters like crazy as well. So it's difficult to see what is the issue. But in this case, I can clearly see that the VRAM was a big culprit. It was using a lot of that. Using 0.5 fixes stutters for me. Did they remove that option? What do you mean by 0.5? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, hang on, the refresh rate is wrong. Maybe that's another reason why. Let's go back to 60. My monitor can go over 60 Hz, but my capture card. Let's keep it at 60 there. Good. And if that doesn't work, we're going to lower those shadows a little to stop the game from stuttering due to VRAM. So yeah, love the bits after I got my 1660 Super. That's great, man. Great card, enjoy it. Now that you have it, I mean, it's been so difficult to find cards lately. Okay. Yeah, as you can see now, that stutter is gone. I don't know what happened there. Maybe an issue with the game, I don't know. Yeah, as you can see, guys, with a... Oh, hang on. Grab me, please. Grab me so I can prove a point. Yep. He bite me and no stutter. And now let's headshot. Okay, a very tiny stutter. But as you can see, it's much better than the previous version of the game. So yeah. And now we're not... Yeah, we're still CPU limited, as you can see, guys. The GPU is not maxed out. It's at 96, 95. So yeah, definitely not using the whole GPU. Because again, we are kind of CPU limited. Maybe because we're in the village. But let's still try FSR. We have nothing to lose. This is not the cracked version. This is the Steam version. So let's try ultra quality. Again, 80 frames without FSR. With ultra quality, we got... Okay, we got a 99 FPS, so a big boost. Holy hell. We were... I don't know why. We were CPU limited, sorry. And we still got an improvement. I mean, now the GPU is at 90%, so if you have a faster CPU, you're going to get a huge increase in performance with a 1650 Super. I mean, look at that, 100 FPS with FSR and ultra quality. And let's put it back without FSR, so FSR off. Instead of 100 FPS, we get like 80 frames, 82. So it's like an 18 FPS improvement. That's like, yeah, like 30% better, I think, if my math is working properly. I mean, look at that, 100 FPS. That's a huge boost, guys. Again, if you want to see visual comparisons, I have those at the beginning of the live stream. So yeah, pretty insane. Let's try now quality instead of ultra quality. And as you can see now, we don't get an improvement on quality. Why is that, you might ask? Well, because the CPU is limiting the GPU now. As you can see on quality and ultra quality, we get the same FPS, 99, 100 FPS, but the GPU usage, as you can see up here, it's at 77% on ultra quality mode. Sorry, on ultra quality mode, it was at 90%. So it's lowering the GPU usage because the CPU cannot keep up with that many FPS. It's 25%, gotcha, thank you. So yeah, in this case, going below ultra quality on the 1650 Super makes no sense at all, because we don't have a strong enough CPU to handle that. So we're not going below quality. I mean, you can even stick to native resolution. Personally, I think ultra quality looks fine and it has a good increase in performance. And we cannot go a lot further with the settings due to the video memory. So there's that. So we're going to do 1440p now, because this card feels more like a 1440p card in Resident Evil Village. So let's go for 1440p. This is magic. Well, it's not exactly magic, but it's a pretty good technology so far. Considering it doesn't require any special hardware, it's a great technology so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Budget GPU gamers galore. Okay, so now we're at 1440p high settings without FSR. I think. Yeah, FSR is disabled, as you can see. So 1440p high settings, and we're getting 50 frames, which should be okay. I mean, at 1440p, if you want 60 frames on this card, you need to go below medium. Whoa, what happened? Oh, my capture card just pooped itself. We're back. Do you still have your Ryzen 5 3600? Yeah, it's doing the live stream. Crank up the textures, please. No, I'm not doing that. With low textures, it's already stuttered quite a bit when I launched the game. So anyway, 1440p, 50 frames. Let's use FidelityFX Super Resolution on Ultra Quality, which looks pretty good. And we're at 70 frames. I mean, look at that improvement. This is the difference between below 60 and over 60. I mean, yeah, no doubt about it. If you have a 1650 Super, put it on Ultra Quality at 1440p, it looks better than 1080p. At least in my opinion, it looks super sharp. The image quality is great. Sorry for that. I'm speaking too much, that's why. I mean, Ultra Quality looks great at 1440p, even on 1080p it looks good on Ultra Quality, but yeah. I mean, now the 1650 Super can do 1440p high at 60 frames due to this technology. And now on quality we get 80 frames. So on quality we're still good. I mean, it doesn't look as good as Ultra Quality, obviously. But if you want the extra performance boost, there you are. Again, personally I would stay on Ultra Quality for this one, especially at 1440p. If the 3050 Ti has 4GB of VRAM, it will still be garbage. Yeah, true. But I'll still test it if it happens. Anyway, so as you can see, FidelityFX Super Resolution on this game is amazing. They did a great job with the implementation. Let's do now 4K. I swear they optimized for FSR for the 1650 Super. Yeah, I don't know why. Why AMD? Why are you helping the 1650 Super so much? Okay, so now we're going to go for 4K, but this time around we're using medium settings, basically, and we're lowering those textures because, you know, 4GB of VRAM is not great. So yeah, we're lowering those settings to get the VRAM in check. So low textures, and let's put the rest on medium. Medium volumetrics, medium shadows, and that should be it. Okay, good. And at 4K, oh, I have to restart the game to make sure that there's nothing finicky about the options. Hola Santi, ¿lo ves mejor implementado el FSR en este juego? En este juego es increíble el FSR. No sé qué hicieron. Es magia. Es magia. No sé qué hicieron con el FSR en este juego. Pero estoy sorprendido. Guys, I was saying in Spanish that somebody was asking me how's the FSR implementation in this game so far. I'm super impressed. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I mean, it looks great. It's not... I mean, you can notice that there's lower image quality. Don't get me wrong. But considering the performance improvement, the quality loss is minimal. As long as you are at quality or higher, you should be good to go. Looks great. Even on the village. In the village, I'm looking at dark trees with a white background, and that's like a death sentence to an upscaling technique. So that's the worst case scenario, and it looks good. So I'm pretty impressed. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it looks great considering the performance increase. No doubts about it. They did a good job. And they fixed the stutter with the patch as well, so... Okay, we're at 4K native resolution, as you can see, and we are into the 30s, not bad. Although, look at that video memory, 4 gigabytes, oh my. But yeah, 29 FPS at 4K. Let's go to ultra quality. Ultra quality at 4K. Oh, instead of 29, we get 33. So that's the difference between... Below, okay, it jumped up to 40, not sure why. That's probably the VRAM being adjusted. But as you can see now, on native resolution we were below 30, and on ultra quality that looks, at 4K looks incredible on ultra quality. There's so many pixels to work with. But I mean, ultra quality looks great, no doubt about it. Even on 1080p, ultra quality, I think it's a good improvement in performance considering the visuals. But look at this, at 4K, on ultra quality, that's the difference between 29 and 42 FPS. And on ultra quality, it looks great at 4K. So, I mean, yeah, that's insane. Although, yeah, at 4K, you're losing the better shadows, the better textures. The textures at 4K, yeah, not great. Because I have to lower those due to the video memory. So yeah, I'm super impressed, especially at 4K with this card. I don't know why AMD, you are making this work so well on the 1650 Super. I mean, this is way better than on the 570. I mean, performance-wise, this got a better upgrade in performance at the 570. So AMD is helping the 1650 Super more than the 570. That's pretty odd. But it's appreciated. The improvement is appreciated. Anyway. So let's try now quality mode. So instead of 40 frames, we get how much? 50. Okay. On performance mode, this is going to be 60 frames, right? Okay. 50 frames. Like a 10 frames improvement. Good to see. But again, quality looks a lot worse than ultra quality. A lot worse. It looks worse, but I'd rather use ultra quality in that case. Now we're on balanced. That balance does look a lot worse. And as you can see, we jump from the 50s to the 60s. Balanced. No, balanced. I always type on the wrong keyboard. And as you can see, that's the difference between 50 and 60 in the village, at least. Balance looks okay at 4K, not amazing. But I mean, if you want 60 frames at this resolution, you can do it. Although at 4K, I wouldn't play at 4K on this card. Just do 1440p on high settings on this one. Okay, balance is like 50 to 60. Let's see performance, which doesn't look great. I would avoid this one. Yeah, performance looks a lot blurrier. And on performance, we get 75 FPS, so a 15 FPS boost over balanced. This is a legit copy of the game. Yes, I have it on Steam. This is a Steam version. The correct version doesn't have a FSR just yet. This is a Steam version. Yeah, balance like a snake. Okay, so far so good. Let's go to balanced. Let's see if in balanced we can keep 60 frames at 4K, just for the fun of it. Let's go to the castle to visit our stepsisters. So balanced at 4K medium settings. And let's go try it. So balance 360p. Well, maybe if you put balanced on 1080p, it's like, yeah, below 720p in that case. In this case, balance is probably 1080p or something like that. Maybe 1440p. I don't know. Let's visit the step family. Here we go. Where are you, stepsister? Here's a step bro. I'm Ethan Winters. That's terrible. Sorry guys, I get carried away when I'm excited. Okay, there we go. How does mate taste like? Oh, it's like bitter tea, basically.
I haven't cut open a man in a while.
Come on, attack me, stepsis.
Slice your jugular and just watch. Taken alive, dead, which would you prefer?
As you can see, no stutter. Thanks Capcom for fixing that.
Mother said failed, but I think you're delicious.
And let's see, this way. Okay. Yeah, over 60. If you put balanced at 4K medium, you get 50 to 60 frames. So, insane. I'm super impressed. Of course, this is nothing like a 4K native resolution image, but it looks pretty good. On balance, considering this is a 1650 Super, guys, remember that. This is a 1650 Super. This is not a 2060. Imagine how this will work on a 2060, on a 1660. Okay, 4K performance is 1080p. Gotcha. Thanks for that. I didn't know that. This is 4K balanced, so it's over 1080p. But it looks pretty good. He sings while doing it confirmed. No, we both sing. That's the good part. We're both kind of crazy. LOL. Same. So yeah guys, super impressed. Let's go to the outside of the factory. That's usually more demanding. And then we visit Heisenberg's factory and we're going to try a 2GB GPU. So let's go down here. Yeah, let's go to the reservoir. So British. But there are a lot of artifacts using FSR. Yeah, on balance mode, below 4K, it does have a lot of artifacts. But it's not that far off. I mean, oh, hey Duke. What I'm saying is ultra quality looks good. Then quality looks okay, and anything below quality doesn't look that great. But at 4K balance, I'd say it looks okay. I mean, that tree into the distance that was broken on 1080p is not broken at 4K on balance mode. If you guys were here from the beginning of the live stream, you will remember that that tree was flickering a lot at 1080p. So let's try native resolution super quickly so you can see the difference. So we're sticking to native resolution at 4K, and as you can see on native resolution, yeah, that tree is very flickery but very sharp. But there's a lot of flickering because it's a tiny thing into the distance. This is now native resolution. So if we put it on ultra quality, let's see how that tree looks like. So ultra quality. As you can see, it still flickers, but it still looks good enough, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think, guys? So yeah, there's some artifacting going on, even on ultra quality. But I mean, it's the difference between below 30 and over 30. So considering the performance difference, I'll play like this just fine. But the issue is that when you go below quality mode, you start losing detail in a more obvious manner. So if I put it on balance, as you can see now, the tree is basically not flickering because we lost that fine detail. As you can probably notice, that tree is no longer flickering. That's great, but at the same time, yeah, we lost that detail. That detail is gone forever. But again, it looks okay. Considering that we're now at 60 frames, I think that the downgrading quality is good. It's fine. I don't know. Personally, I think it's fine. As long as you're at quality mode or over it, should be okay. And at 4K, I mean, you put it on balanced and it looks great. Still, it looks great, you lose detail, don't get me wrong, but the performance difference is pretty huge. I mean, look at that, it's now in the mid-50s at 4K on balanced mode. On native resolution here we're below 30, so the difference is pretty significant. ¿Estás jugando con el i3 10100F? Sí, correcto. Yeah, guys, for the people asking, I'm using an i3 10100F. The tree is bad now, but the FPS is worth it in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's what I take out of it. There's not enough power. That's fine. Okay, electricity. I need to spin that thing. What, do I just shoot it? Maybe? Oh yeah, no, that's not going to spin anytime soon. Okay, let's go to Heisenberg's factory. Let's see if we can stay over 50 on that one. Here we dropped a little bit below 50, but it was okay. So let's go to the factory. There you are. Escape the factory. No, we're going to the factory. Can you test it in Miranda's battle? Yes, I'm going to try it. Guys, well, as you can see, Heisenberg's factory is not super demanding. Holy hell, looks so sharp. Yeah, Heisenberg's factory seems to be okay. So yeah, let's go to that final battle. So guys, spoilers ahead. We're playing the final boss fight. Spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled with the final battle, get out of the live stream now. I'm going to play the last level, if it's available. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think it is. Hang on. But yeah, I'm close to the boss fight. Not sure if I still have it. I don't think so. Yeah, we're going to fight in the Heisenberg's factory, I think. Hang on. Let me see, because I don't know where I have to go. I forgot what this save file was going to do. Yeah, I don't remember where to go. I played this, well, a little bit ago I finished it. You'll be back? Okay. See ya later. Yeah, guys, spoilers. Spoilers ahead. Be aware of that. Maybe I have the Heisenberg battle, who knows. Hopefully it is this way. Hello? Anybody here? Okay, this is unexplored, good. That means that I missed something in this area. Oh, it's the village altar? Okay. Thank you. So I don't waste my time. Oh, here you go. Thank you, man. So guys, spoilers ahead. Final boss fight coming. Spoilers. It will be like 5 minutes, don't worry. Spoilers, spoilers. Okay, here we go. I gotta go. I gotta get Rose back. What do you think about Steam Deck? Looks amazing. I want one, please. Please, Valve, send me a copy of the Steam Deck. Here we go. Hello? Yeah, hello? Anybody here? Okay, so far so good. On the final battle. Again, guys, spoilers ahead. Final boss fight. I have 3,000 bullets. Yeah, I definitely cheated in this part. Okay, here we come. Final boss fight. You've been warned. Little Eva.
You fulfilled your purpose, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, apparently it's fine. The final boss fight appears to be fine. Despite all the Japanese thing, the stepsis tentacles, despite all that, it's over 50 at 4K, so... Yeah, whoa. She got me. Holy hell. Let's use a Magnum.
Now you can die peacefully. You understand the love of a
Yeah, it's fine.
How can you deny me?
I can't deny you because I have stepsisters. Oh no, those are dead.
Feel the dark.
Okay, when it explodes there, it's into the upper 40s. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, spoilers are over, guys. I stopped doing spoilers. So don't worry. Spoilers are finished. You can go back now. It's done. So as you can see, yeah, the final boss battle runs okay. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. Even at 4K, you can be over 30 in the boss battle. Wait, how is your sniper like that in the inventory? I do not know. I think I used cheats at the end of the game with Cheat Engine and I broke the inventory. So that's probably why. Anyway. So guys, now what we're doing is we're trying a 2GB GPU. Why am I doing that? Well, the game is using a lot of video memory and 2GB GPUs were basically unusable on this game. It made it go below 30. It soft locked to 30 frames on 2GB cards. So what I'm doing now, from the get-go, I'm going to go for 720p. And after doing 720p, what I'm doing is 60 Hz. That's the first thing. And we're going to put FidelityFX Super Resolution on performance. Sorry, my stomach is killing me. So why am I doing this? Well, 2GB cards have a lot of problems with this game due to video memory. So what we're doing is putting everything on the absolute lowest to see if we can do with FSR on performance, if we can do at least 30 frames per second on a 750 Ti. Let's see if that fixes the game for 2GB users. Maybe it does, who knows. So as you can see, everything is in on the absolute lowest. Yeah, they did fix the stutters, thanks for asking, yeah. So as you can probably see, this is 720p lowest settings. So 720p lowest plus FSR performance. So this, as you can see, looks dreadful, but still looks, I mean, I can still see stuff on the screen. I could play the game like this. So if I had a, I don't know, a 2GB card and this made the game be over 30, that's probably good. So let's give it a shot like this. We're going to try that 2GB GPU. So here we are, we're back. We turned the PC off and we're going to put a 750 Ti in there. And if it doesn't work, we're trying a 1050 2GB. Hopefully it works fine, we'll see. Nvidia left the chat, yeah, basically. I don't know, I mean, DLSS still looks amazing, looks a lot better in many games. But at the same time, you require special hardware for DLSS to work, so I think that's the main improvement from FSR over DLSS, at least in my opinion. That you don't need any special hardware to use it. I mean, I'm not saying FSR looks better. I'm saying that FSR works on basically any GPU, any modern GPU. So that's the big advantage, at least for me. You don't need to buy anything. You just download the game update from Steam, and that's about it. It works out of the box. You don't need anything else to buy anything. Let me check how's the resolution on FSR. So hang on, guys. So AMD FidelityFX, super resolution, here, quality. I want to double check what was the difference in resolution, I mean. I don't remember exactly. Where is it? Hang on. Hang on. Almost there, guys. Almost there. I'm going to put 720 as my native resolution, so the 750 Ti doesn't suffer. And I'll be back. I'll be back. Here, read the blog. Yes, please. Okay, I think I almost found it. FidelityFX, super resolution. Yeah, I'm trying to find, here we go. Ultra quality is 1.3x per dimension, quality is 1.5, balance is 1.7, and performance is 2.0. Okay, makes sense. So if you're playing at 4K on performance, it's basically 1080p. If you're playing on balance, it's like 1600p, I think. On quality, I'm not sure what it would be there, but it will be over 1080p pretty easily. And ultra quality will be like 1800p if you're playing at 4K. So it kind of makes sense. So at 720p, it will be on performance mode, it's like half 720p. So 720p times 0.5, 360p basically. Okay, sounds good. Go back to the image. Here we are. And we're using a 750 Ti. And again, this is basically 360p using FSR on performance. So this is 360p. Oh my. I'm back in 2001. So as you can see here, 750 Ti. There we are. So yeah. Genial, Diego. Sí, la compraste en Miniso, ¿no? Hopefully now the game launches at the settings I selected. Let's see. Can you try it on Marvel Avengers? Yeah, I wanted to do that yesterday, but I ended up doing Dying Light, and today Resident Evil Village got an update, so I said, hey, let's do Resident Evil Village instead. Nobody cares about Marvel's Avengers. Okay. So as you can see, guys, 720p. Performance mode on FidelityFX, so we're at 360p. Textures on low, everything on the lowest, so we don't have any VRAM, as little VRAM used as possible, so everything is on the lowest. Let me check if there's anything else I missed. Okay, nothing here, good. Let's load the... Which one? Yeah, let's find the red chimney, like we did before. No one is playing Marvel's Avengers. Yeah, nobody cares about Marvel's Avengers. That game, nobody cares about it. Okay. All right, 750 Ti. Remember that we're loading the assets and we are VRAM starved, so it's going to stutter quite a bit. Come on.
Not to waste your ammunition.
Don't worry, Duke. It wasn't on purpose. You were just collateral damage, Duke. Apologies. ¿Cuántos programas son compatibles con ese programa? Y no tengo idea. Se supone que debería funcionar en cualquiera.
Do be careful not to waste your
But I mean, guys, despite being 360p, we're getting pretty good frames. That's pretty insane, actually. Let's get back to the village. I think it is... which way? To the right. Okay. Let's move in. Okay, we're back into the village. Hey, my favorite streamer is streaming. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So as you can see, despite us being at 360p, the VRAM usage is sky high. But I'm getting over 60 frames. I mean, what the heck? That's pretty good numbers on a 750 Ti. Yeah, I cannot believe that this was the equivalent GPU to the PS4. Yeah, true. I mean, the consoles are always the same hardware, so I can understand that they can optimize it better. Whoa. As you can see, those stutters. Yeah, no, that's not going to open it up. So let's try now the castle, and after the castle we're going back to the beginning of the game, because usually when cutscenes showed up there was an issue with the performance. So let's go back to the castle. Yeah, this looks like the Switch version. True. I agree. This looks like the Switch version, no doubt about it. But we're playing with a 750 Ti. I mean, come on. What were you expecting? Also, guys, remember that the main issue here is the video memory. Yeah, look at that. We're back into the 20s. And it goes back up and back down to 30. Why does that happen? Well, we are VRAM limited. As you can see, the video memory is so high that when it goes over the VRAM limit, it soft locks below 30 frames. So yeah, in the village we got 60 frames. But here, with the VRAM bottleneck we got, it's pretty bad. So yeah, still not a good idea for 2GB users. So yeah, if you have a 2GB card, I wouldn't try it. Still happens. Good thing we have a cutscene coming up. Usually in cutscenes it soft locks to 20. Let's see if that happens here again. 1080p ultra quality, what will it be? The resolution hit? I'm going to calculate that in a second. Okay, this cutscene is fine. Good. Let's see for how long though. Looks like FSR does nothing to improve the visual quality. What do you mean? It lowers the resolution and it does an upscaling technique.
Let me string you up.
Yeah, still below 30.
And just watch.
Especially here, yeah.
Alive, dead, which would you prefer?
That's kind of a shame, but hey, I had to try.
How's it feel?
I had to give it a shot. Okay, let's go back to the main menu, and we're going to try the very beginning of the game, just to check that out, because there's a lot of cutscenes. But yeah, this is basically the Android edition. Not even if you go to the lowest settings, that happens. So yeah, 2GB of VRAM is not enough. Even with the absolute lowest settings.
Did you say something?
Nothing. I'll put her down.
Yeah, reconstruction. It's not that it's doing nothing. I mean, check the videos on it. Of course, it's not the same as DLSS. DLSS looks better. Hey, Rose. But this is free performance. I mean, you don't need to buy an RTX card or an AMD card for this to work. Works on basically anything. I mean, I'm using a 750 Ti at the moment. And this card was released in 2014 for $150. And it's still supported. I cannot even boot DLSS on this card. So I think that's the important takeaway from this.
Do a deep clean before Rose starts walking around.
The important thing here is that it's free performance. It makes the other companies more competitive. Maybe Nvidia releases some, I don't know, some new version of DLSS DLSS that works on anything. Who knows? This is a good thing, guys. It's free performance. Oh yeah, we're basically at 360p because this is 720p lowest settings with performance mode. That performance mode is like 2 times less pixels, so 360p. Sí, escala de 720 como resolución madre, sí, pero igual, ir debajo de eso como que no ayuda. As you can see guys here that the VRAM is at 1.6. It's okay. The thing is when you get to bigger maps, it's a problem. That's why I'm starting from the beginning. Let's see if I can skip this. Come on, let me skip. Before Chris swats the entire building. Okay, Ethan is back up. Let's see once we get to the village how it goes. We just got 90 frames. Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the game, not much happens, but we get to a part that there's a lot of enemies in the village. In the castle, we already got issues with the VRAM, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, where to? But it runs, yeah. Did you try the new Sharpen FX Plus from NVIDIA Game Filters? I mean, the Sharpen thing on the NVIDIA filters already existed, as far as I know. Is there a new version or something? I'm legitimately asking, I don't know. I didn't hear any news about it. That's why I'm asking. So yeah. Okay. Let's get down there. Ethan will hurt himself. Good job, Ethan. This is the guy that kills huge monsters. He gets cut with a fence. And I hate that in this part the lantern is so... the flashlight is so low. I mean, come on, Ethan. Nobody uses flashlights like that. Usually when I use a flashlight, I try not to scare myself. So I point it in front. Anyone else plays Fortnite here? Probably everyone played it at a point of their lives. I have to play it because YouTube, but yeah, sometimes I play it. Fun game. Okay, we're almost done. Come on, let's go. Okay, we found some cabin. The cabin where I come to relax. Just kept this at 30 and imagine you're playing the Switch version. Well, that's what I'm trying to see, if it stays at 30. Can I go in here? Oh, never mind. There was a door. ¿Hace cuánto se ve FSR en este juego? Hace menos de 24 horas. Guys, the FSR update for this game was less than 24 hours ago, so it's pretty recent. I mean, a game has an FSR update and Santiago, I am speed. Basically, that's why I'm here. I see an FSR update, I do a live stream. In general. I was going to do Marvel's Avengers and Necromunda Hired Gun, but those games were not super interesting to me. But we might test that out and pixel peep them a little bit, so yeah. This hurts my eyes. Sorry guys. That wasn't the intention. I'm playing the Switch version, I mean, for crying out loud. The Switch version is not going to look good. I used to beg my mom to buy me this GPU 6 years ago. Well, I mean, it's a good GPU. The thing is, it's already 7 years old. Sorry, yeah, 7 years old. Holy hell, I'm old. So, kinda makes sense, if you ask me. What happens if you cap your game while using FSR? Nothing, it'll just cap it to 30. Nothing special. I want to get to the village because there is where the most textures load at the start of the game. Hola Santiago, compa, ¿cómo estás? Rockstar, ¿todo bien y vos?
What did all this?
Yeah, guys, for the people asking about the illegal version, the cracked version, that cracked version needs to be updated for FSR to be implemented. So you need to wait for Empress to crack the game on the new version, I'm guessing. Because this is a game update, it's not something included with drivers or anything like that. Okay, so this is the part where we get a big look at the village. So far so good. Let's continue. We are old. I'm since 2014, I think. Yeah, me too. Same, bruh. Same. Yeah, I mean, I started YouTubing 7 years ago. That's how I feel old. When I say that, I remember that I'm old. I remember that I was born in 1995. 1995. So yeah. Thanks for reminding me that I'm old. Anybody here? Any knives that I can use? I'm trying to find the next part. Yeah, it's probably this way. If my brain remembers correctly, the first enemy is approaching. Hola, Farid, ¿todo bien?
What happened?
What happened? I don't know, but that doesn't look good. I mean, what's that black square? Because with the amount of pixels I have, I mean, yeah. I said we, clearly. Okay. We. Sacre bleu. Okay, I found the knife. So first enemy is coming.
Run out of the house?
I love that Ethan always looks at food in strangers' houses. Like on the baker's house in Resident Evil 7, that he just looked at the soup they were making. So useful for the occasion. Now it's going to shoot me here. I'm going to get a gun. Nice. So here's the real test. So far in the castle we got a lot of drops into the 30s. We're going to try a 30 frames cap. Oh man, I'm a terrible shot. Or he's very good at dodging. Oh, dang it. Cutscenes go into slow motion. That's what I'm trying to find out, actually. That's why I'm playing the game from the start. But so far so good. ¿Está bueno el mate? Sí, sabelo, tensa, sabelo. Está re bien. Okay, he's dead. Good. But as you can see, when he grabs me, there's no stutter, which is a huge improvement in my book. But yeah, I'm waiting for the cutscenes. The cutscenes where you get into... when you see Mother Miranda for the first time. That's what I'm looking for. Since the demo had that issue, so I'm looking for that section of the game. The processor is in the description, guys. Bolt cutters. Talking about Resident Evil 7, this animation of the bolt cutters cutting the chains is overused. They used it on Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 7. It's fine, recycling is fine, but I noticed. Okay, we close this down. We barricade because we're going to get invaded. Let's get the ammunition. Good, more ammo. Correct, but I'm from the 80s. Oh man, you're even older than me. ¿No te veo los ojos con esa resolución? Sí, pero antes jugaba en resoluciones más bajas. Entonces como que no me molesta tanto, pero sí, arde un poco. Yeah guys, my eyes are burning, but I'm doing all this for you guys. I'm playing this on a window in my live stream. So I grabbed my live stream, I put it in a window, and I'm playing it in a tiny window. Let me show you that. So the game is right here in a tiny window, so I'm not actually playing this on full screen. Not entirely full screen. So that's how I protect my eyes. It's like playing on a portable machine. I'm looking at the OBS window, so my eyes don't hurt. Yeah, but there's a difference from the 80s and being 80. Yeah, true. My grandma can testify. My grandma knows that being born in the 80s is different from being 80.
Surrounded. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm surrounded. They're going to leave eventually. I know it. They always do. Oh, hello there. I forget to... He's holding his gun while you're cutting that chain. Seems legit. Yeah, true. I forgot that. Hang on, I need to craft some healing items. There we go. Yeah, 750 Ti needs to be the next switch. I mean, if the Steam Deck... reminded me of something. The Steam Deck should be faster than the 750 Ti on the GPU side. And if that's the case, man, we're going to be playing this game on the go with the Steam Deck. With FSR, it's going to be 60 frames. I mean... And with the tiny screen, you're not going to notice the lower pixel count that much. So that's why this technology excites me. I think that's a word. That's why I'm so excited about this technology, the FSR. I mean, on the Steam Deck, you're going to be able to use it on Resident Evil Village, and you're going to play below native resolution, but since it's a tiny screen, it's going to be pretty easy to get 60 frames using this technology. Yeah, even Doom had more pixels, hell yeah. I'm playing the 1995 version of Resident Evil 8. This is not even the PS1 version, this is the Super Nintendo version. I mean, it's still playable, I mean, I'm playing the game. I can notice stuff into the distance. But yeah, my eyes are burning at the moment. I do this for you guys. Preguntaste, te voy a decir Steam 720 a 1080. Tendré que preguntarle. No va a entender nada, va a decir, ay, mijito, ¿qué es eso de la pantalla? Me va a decir eso, es re tierna mi abuela. Alright, let's try that out. Now we're going to fight a lot of enemies, so this should be a good test. If I survive this, should be fine. But I mean, into the distance it's like a blobby image. I can still see that there are trees, but it's super low resolution. I'm playing this on a window, so you can understand what I'm talking about, right? To not hurt my eyes, I'm not playing on full screen on my live stream. Yeah, pixel density is key. Correct, that's true. Come on, come here. Attack me, please. So I can explode this barrel. Holy hell, that's a lot of damage. There we go. Despite the explosion, I still got it. Good. Let's go up the castle. Sí, Resident Evil 8 para Game Boy Advance. Mom, can we play Resident Evil 8? No, son, we have Resident Evil 8 at home. Resident Evil 8 at home is this. We got it. We're playing Resident Evil 8 at home. Could be worse, yeah, true. I mean, it's working on a 2GB GPU now. That's cool. Yeah, there are no accidents. Hopefully here the big monster should be coming so I can continue playing the game. There he comes. It looks playable. Yeah, it is playable. Although my eyes don't like it because I'm accustomed to 1080p. I mean, I can play at 720, all that good stuff, but 360p, it's a little too low for me. Oh no, I'm going to die. Don't kill me, please. Not yet. I mean, if you don't have anything else to play it on, this is doable. I mean, it's not amazing, but you can play the game. If you cannot buy a GPU... Oh man, I'm so dead. Please don't kill me yet. I need to survive for my family. Nothing is stronger than family. Ethan is the Vin Diesel of the Resident Evil universe. It's a Toretto. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah. I mean, I prefer this rather than playing at 20 frames locked like it was on the demo version. Without a doubt. Please, Ethan, not yet. This is not the moment to die. Oh no. Holy hell. Ethan is a beast. He's taking those hammer hits like a man. Run, Ethan. Run for your life. Yeah, I need to find healing items. Freezing and G-Sync help. No, pixels. I need pixels. I don't need it to be fluent. fluent. I don't need it to be smooth in this case. In this case, I need pixels. Okay, there we go. I made it. Still hate how YouTube defaults uploading bits in 360p. I'm processing in higher later. I know why they do it, but still. Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying, but I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, 30 frames. Now this is a cutscene, guys. Let's see if it stays over 30. It's not. It's dropping. This is the issue we had in the demo, that the cutscenes lock themselves below 30. Let's see if it stays over 20 at least. Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil 7. Personally, Resident Evil 8, because I prefer more action. Resident Evil 7 is too scary for me, so I rather play Resident Evil 8 personally. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 is amazing. The South American version of Resident Evil 8 is to watch gameplay on YouTube with generic joystick in hand. That's hilarious, man. I totally see myself doing that when I was 5 or 10. But yeah, as you can see, the cutscene here drops the frame rate, like on the demo. We'll see. Now we're going to the demo section, so we can see. Is this the first big title with FSR? The first big one was Godfall, but this is more known than Godfall, yeah. Just put it on balance mode for curiosity. I'm not going to do it yet, because balance mode is a higher resolution, and a higher resolution means more VRAM usage. So in this case, I cannot afford to use a higher resolution. So yeah, let's see if once we get outside and we meet the old lady, if it stays below 20. Below 30, sorry. Okay, so far so good. I mean, so far only the castle was a problem.
You shouldn't be out here. It's not safe.
So yeah. Un monitor CRT arregla los píxeles, sí, literal. Yeah, guys, some people are saying if you play on a CRT, this is going to be playable and look fine. That's true, I didn't think about that. That's such a good idea.
Hey, wait. Do you mean Rose? Is she here?
I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being honest. On a CRT, it probably looks okay. Resident Evil 7 was more puzzle than action. Yeah, true. That's why I like more this one. And it reminds me of Resident Evil 4 a lot with the inventory and all that good stuff. So yeah. Okay, still over 30 on the cutscene. We'll see in the coming cutscenes. Those are the strong ones.
The bell tolls for us all.
Oh.
They're coming.
Definitely acceptable in a CRT. Well, good to know. Did you see the hair? Which hair? Okay, so now we're in the demo section. So far, so good. We gotta find the first part. So we go this way. Oh, I'm going to save my progress here. So if I need to go back here later on to fight some enemies, this is a good spot to come back to. So good. New save file for benchmarking. And I don't have any more ammo. Probably in here I have a few bullets. There we go. I knew it. New games look so good on CRTs. Yeah. It's like watching a VHS movie. I tried it once. They look great. Where is FSR? FSR is in the options menu. The game needs to be updated. Immersive. Yeah, but literally playing a new game on a CRT is like watching a VHS movie back in the day. Okay, cutscene.
Close the door.
Okay, it appears to be fine.
Hey, what are you doing here?
And this is a cutscene. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to restart the game. Let's double check that there's nothing wrong. I want to see how the game loads for the first time. I haven't even overclocked the GPU yet, so it'll be interesting to make a separate video. Love scan lines. Yeah, the scan lines make it look more VHS-ish, which to me is a good thing. If you're playing on a CRT, of course. Let's see on the first launch how it goes. I don't know why the game is no longer at 720. Why the heck, game, do you go back to a resolution that you shouldn't be using? I said 720p, not 1176 by 664. Okay. As you can see, guys, if you have the up-to-date version of this game, as far as I know, the cracked version doesn't have this. Here it is, FidelityFX Super Resolution. And the rest is on the lowest at 720p, which is basically, again, hang on, 18 minutes, 1840, 1837. Okay, let's load this one. So, what was the name of this? I was talking about something. Yeah, on the Steam version, you have it right now. I'm restarting the game to see if it holds up once I reload it, because most people don't play the entire game in one go, in general. Okay, we get the ammunition, and let's see if it stutters, if it hard locks to 20. I could do it all day. Same. Let's get away from the monsters, please. Okay.
Close the door.
Okay, the cutscene runs a little bit worse. Interesting.
Hey, what are you doing here?
But yeah, I mean, this on a portable screen would be amazing. It would be completely playable in my book.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt
But as you can see,
you. Just glad to see normal
it's not like it happened on the demo at the moment. It seems to work fine as long as we use 360p.
Louise's house. And she's not.
I hope someone makes a 4K CRT actually. Whoa, imagine how heavy that would be. Holy hell. That would be massive and heavy, and oh man, I cannot even imagine.
Shit, we're sitting down.
I don't think the 4090 is real yet. Yeah, eventually it's going to appear. The thing is, we need GPUs in the market. I don't care if we get new GPUs. I need GPUs in the market.
Must be a way inside. Stay
Excuse me.
Be quiet. Don't move until I get those gates open.
But yeah, so far it's doing better than before with FSR. Let's see if it locks to 10 FPS like before. And it is how it performs in 1660 Super, i3 9100, 16 gigs of RAM. Well, if you have that RAM on dual channel, I would say it's probably going to be fine for between 30 and 60 frames. Just max it out at 1440p. Use FSR in ultra quality, and you should have lock 60s. Just lock it to 60. The game is probably going to drop a few times below 60 due to the CPU, but it should be playable most of the time. So yeah, wouldn't worry too much about it. Let's see, another cutscene. Is this better than the cracked version? The cracked version is a previous version of the game now. So since they fixed the stutters on the original version from Steam, the cracked version is no longer the best. I mean, the cracked version would be the best in a way that you don't have to pay, but it's not legal, so yeah. This is now the best version of the game, because you have FidelityFX, Super Resolution, the stutters are gone, and you don't need to crack the game.
Won't we?
Safer here than out there, that's for sure. Hey,
But yeah, FSR in this case makes the game playable for us.
It doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, we'll see once we get into another cutscene. This is the moment of truth. I'm going to skip those though. Let's just go. We're also going to skip this one. Okay, so here is the cutscene that causes the most issues, for me at least, when we get into that truck. When the guy that was hurt becomes a monster. Those were the ones that locked me to 15 FPS in the demo. We'll see now how it goes. I didn't see any stock problem in Argentina aside from being expensive for other reasons. How is it in Uruguay? Same. It's the same. There are GPUs, but there are very few and they are very expensive. So it's not a thing that I cannot find them. They're super expensive. It's like everything is 4 times normal price. Let's see. Moment of truth.
Outsiders, you're gonna get us all killed.
Quiet, Anton.
It's sad that the stutters were present until now, when most people finish the game. True, I agree completely. I finished the entire game with those stutters, and it took a lot of YouTubers and people complaining to fix it, and they fixed it in a couple days. I was so disappointed.
There's no one left.
But I'm happy that the game now works fine.
Invalid.
But in my opinion, this is even more of a reason to not buy games on day one at full price. Just wait for the bugs to be sorted out, wait for the game to be cheaper, and never ever pre-order. Unless you are me, that you test the games on day one. In that case, pre-order everything. But yeah. I mean, just wait a little before getting games. Because this stuff is unacceptable. I mean, Capcom played with our feelings. And the worst were the people that were defending Capcom with the DRM. I mean, it's fine to have DRM, but if it affects the user experience, it's unacceptable. There's no, what's the name of this? There's no way around it. I mean,
What the hell is going on here?
We don't know.
if DRM affects the experience, it's unacceptable.
Devout village and the next, the monsters.
FSR está disponible la demo, no sabría decirte.
And they
Guys, I do not know if the demo
Louisa,
has FSR.
husband.
I do not know.
no.
I learned one lesson from Cyberpunk 2077, never pre-order the game again. Yeah, oh man. Cyberpunk gave that lesson to many people, I think.
Yes, that's it.
90% in 3 years, yeah, basically.
Let's pray
That's right.
for him, for all of us.
Okay. Let's see, once he grabs me... Okay. It seems to be fine.
Let him go!
Boom. Rest in pepperonis. What if you're a YouTuber like the Red Brat but smaller? There are many of those, so I'd rather not be another one. I'd rather do benchmarks. I mean, everyone tries to be the Rat Brat but smaller. So, if you want to find gameplays with people talking, you have the entire YouTube. There's endless amount of channels doing that. So I'd rather do something I enjoy, personally. Which is this. ¿Volver a vida a la 750 Ti? Sí, por ahora sí. Okay, yeah, with this, apparently the 750 Ti gets playable frame rates. Would I recommend playing like this? Well, if you don't have a choice, you can do it.
No, we're getting out of here. Together.
We're getting out of here, and I'm going to marry you. And you're not totally going to die in the next 5 minutes.
I gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here. Okay, we got the truck keys. And there's a screwdriver. Whoa! What a weird... I don't have a screwdriver in my car keys. But that's fine. I'm not going to judge anyone about it.
Fast.
Truck key. Have to say, other than the DRM, really impressed with Capcom PC versions. Same, Davis, same.
What are you thinking?
Same thoughts.
We can bust out with
Usually, Capcom games run pretty well. The thing is, the DRM these days has been pretty aggressive. Gracias, Eleazar Chocor. Gracias. Saludos, vos, bro. Alright. I mean, virtually hangout, this is fun. Okay, yeah, this is like a virtual hangout. This is why I like the modern Santiago over the over the OG Santiago that only made videos. Being live is so much more fun than making just videos and editing them, because I can talk to you guys. It's like being in an office with your friends.
Time.
I don't know. That's how I see it. You got back banned for using a patch to bypass it. What do you mean? Don't drink and drive. Yeah, do not do it. You'll spill your drink. No. Just kidding, guys. Do not drink and drive. It's dangerous. I was surprised that RE2 remake runs so well on my 750 Ti. Yeah, I mean...
Don't worry, and try not to breathe in the smoke.
I know.
yeah, RE2 remake was amazing.
Ethan,
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 was very weak on PC, but it was a port from
I
Ubisoft.
hope your family is safe.
Resident Evil 4, I mean. It didn't even have mouse controls. That was the original RE4 for PC. And she's gone. She's probably going to be gone.
That's our way out.
Thank God.
But yeah, this lady is so stupid. I mean, look at this.
Full of monsters.
The village is full of monsters. We can't fight them.
Hey, don't talk like that.
We're Bedouin characters. We'll be fine, lady.
Find my daughter. My hunch is she's in that old castle.
No.
That place is full of nothing but
No sé por dónde es que no derramar la bebida, y claro.
I don't want to be alone while you're... Father?
Father!
Elena, no.
Dad! Is that you? Elena!
Said my name? Father!
Wait, it's not.
Yeah, he said your name, but he's also a monster. Stupid lady. You deserve to die.
Stay there.
Freaking stupid lady.
Come on.
I'm going to say this, guys. I didn't want to say it, but I'll say it. Woman bad. There, I said it.
Save your
How old are you now? I'm 25. F's in the chat for Elena. I hit her dad. Rest in pepperonis. F. She's dead. Get wrecked. She deserved it. She was too stupid for her own good.
Everyone dying on me.
I don't know, Ethan. Maybe because you're a Resident Evil main character. He has Chris Redfielditis. Ethan has Chris Redfielditis. Everyone dies on him. He doesn't know why. I mean, the only thing that Ethan needs to do now is punch boulders, and he's on Chris Redfield level. Doesn't look that bad, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, you can play the game. If it's the only way for you to experience Harry Village, it's not bad.
Mad.
I've seen worse.
Is this happening again? Shit.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, what... El fonegro. Tal cual. Someone was saying in the chat there in Spanish that the game is even scarier due to the lower resolution. And I agree. I mean, playing at 360p makes the game even scarier. Because your imagination fills the rest. Okay, here in the demo always went below 20 frames. Let's see if that works like that. It seems to be fine. Let's see if the old lady waits for us.
Who was... What was that?
Impressive jump. Hell yeah. Yeah, it seems to be fixed. So guys, if you have a 750 Ti, I would say use either a performance mode or balanced. Let's check that out. Let's try balanced. Let's see if it's still over 30. Okay. It appears to be. Huh. Quality. Yeah, no, on quality is going to drop even further. Yeah, guys, let me show you my advice for this game on this card, now that you can play it. I'm going to increase the draw distance a little bit. There we go. Alright, there we go. So let me show you what are my configurations for this card. So first of all, let's get out of the game. So if you have a 750 Ti or a GT 1030 that only have 2 gigs of VRAM, that is not a good thing for this game. I know that this is a huge MSI afterburner, but let's hear me out. So you launch Rivaturner, statistics server, you write 30, like that, 30, then you launch the game. So that will lock the game at 30 frames per second. And then for the options, you should use 720p and FSR in performance mode, and the draw distance on high, so you don't lose level of detail, basically. And that should be enough to be over 30 frames, at 30 frames, better said. Excuse me. My throat after speaking 2 hours. So if you don't have a GPU to buy, put this at 720p, FidelityFX super resolution at performance, so it's 360p. The rest on the lowest, mesh quality on high. It's called mesh quality, not level of detail. Mesh quality. So you don't see a lot of pop-in. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much at this resolution, but hey, worth mentioning. And that's basically it. So you locked your game to 30. Put it at 720p with performance, FidelityFX super resolution, and that's about it. You can lock in NVIDIA settings to 30. Yeah, that's true. Thanks for the reminder. But, I mean, the principle is the same, but thanks for the heads up.
I just don't get it.
And as you can see now, we're locked to 30 frames. And yeah, the game is not fantastically looking, but considering it's 360p and I can actually see what's in the distance, that's pretty impressive. I don't know. I still think that this game, as a super low resolution, it still looks... I can still play it. I mean, I played the entire prologue without a problem. It's not that I cannot recognize the enemies or I cannot recognize the castle. I mean, I can recognize basically everything. It's a low resolution, yeah, but I mean, it's still playable like this. If you don't have anything else, any other option, this is good. And yeah, I'm doing this because the VRAM is super limited. We only have 2 GB, and this game uses a lot of it. So by using 360p, I'm forcing the game to use less video memory, basically. That's the trick. ¿Cómo puedo usar esta tecnología? Está en el menú de opciones de juego. Impressive jumps B2. True. So as you can see, guys, completely locked to 30, at least right now. Probably in the castle is going to drop. So yeah. I'm going to load up the stepsister level. And that will be it for today. I played enough Resident Evil. Yeah, if you're that desperate to play the game, you can do it basically. Yeah, true. ¿Alguien sabe cómo se puede usar esta tecnología? Es un parche del juego. Alright, so as you can see, guys, I'm now in the castle. Hey Duke, how's it going, man? Good seeing ya. We're going to finish the... We're going to visit our stepsister here. And as you could see there, I think I dropped below 30 for a few seconds. When looking into the distance. Yeah, here. Yeah, when looking at this spot from here, it drops below 30. Not sure why. Probably VRAM limited. So we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We go all the way here to this door. We remove the eye from the thing here. And boom. Yeah, we're going to unstuck her. Exactly. So as you can see, this is a cutscene. Usually in the cutscenes, we drop below 20 without doing the FSR at 360p. So yeah, again, we're forcing the game to use less VRAM.
I haven't cut open a man in a while.
What are you doing, step bro?
Slice your jugular.
But as you can see, when she's close to me there, the VRAM is still too much, so it maxes out the GPU.
Mother said sail, but I think you're delicious.
But I would say, if this is your only way to experience the game and you want to experience the game right now, you can do it. As you can probably notice. There are some drops below 30, yeah. But yeah, it's playable now. That's the good part. You can actually play the game now on this card. I'm going to make a video with a GT 1030. That will be super interesting. Because that's probably going to be even lower than 30. I'm going to try one more thing and I'll be out. Yeah, let's do this one. ¿Qué opinas de la 5500 XT de 8 GB en 2021? Lo más bien, buena gráfica. Aunque si puedes conseguir la 580, mejor. Corre casi igual. Okay, now we're in another level. Hey Duke, how's it going, bruh? Okay. Yeah, even here, looking into the distance, we're fine, as you can probably notice. And this is what I was talking about before. Despite being 360p, you can notice that in the distance there are trees and a mill. I mean, it's not that you cannot recognize the enemies and the landmarks. It still retains a shape, to say it in some way. So, yeah, pretty impressed. So, yeah, I'm going away now. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was super interesting. I'm super impressed about FSR in Resident Evil Village. It was an amazing performance improvement. Visually, I'll stick with ultra quality or quality, if possible. And then if you have a super budget GPU like this one, use performance mode. That is basically half the resolution, but the game is still playable. Now you can actually play it. Before you are below 30 without FSR on this card. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Love you all. See you next time. Yeah. Bye bye. Love you guys. Thank you. Yeah, kind of looks like a painting. You're right. I think, yeah, a donation. Thank you. I think, yeah, a donation. Thank you so much, 191 Desperado, for the $5 donation. He says, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you so much, man, for the donation. I appreciate it a lot. I was just leaving, so perfect moment to give a donation. Thank you so much, man. See ya later. And yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it a lot. And it's been fun. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for watching and for the donation. Super appreciate it.